He's so novel, isn't he?
That's one word for him.
And continuing that theme, it holds the oldest books in Britain, and scholars from all over the country travel miles to see them. But the Bodleian Library in Oxford is about to undergo some of the most ambitious changes in its 400-year history.
Yeah, today on World Book Day, it's announced plans for a £78 million redevelopment. But before the builders can start work, some 3.5 million books need to be moved out of the library and into storage. Here's our very own little bookworm, Nick Harper.
Each year, the Bodleian Library needs an extra 3 miles of shelves just to keep up with all the new books it receives. It holds every book published in England since 1610. In fact, it has so many precious manuscripts, there's hardly any room to put them on display.
The renovation will just unlock the resources of the Bodleian, and this is a form of reaching out to people to share with them the material that we've gathered and we've preserved over centuries. But really, what good is something if you just lock it up in a safety box? Really, things should be for the enjoyment and enrichment of everyone.
The new Bodleian was built in the 1930s to complement the original 17th century library. It's a huge book fortress protecting and preserving centuries of work.
They have such wonderful collections in the library, but they don't have the exhibition facilities to show this to the public. It's a real sort of new lease of life for the new Bodleian building, and you know, slightly different to how the Bodleian has worked in the past.
J.R.R. Tolkien's original artwork from The Hobbit went on display today for one day only. This is as close as we could get to the priceless watercolours painted by the professor who spent most of his academic life at Oxford. These manuscripts are just some of the tens of thousands of priceless books and works of art that are stored here at the Bodleian Library. The new development will mean that even more of them can be on display on a permanent basis. But book collectors, bibliophiles and bookworms will have a bit of a wait. The library still needs planning permission, following which the building and book moving begins, with the new library set to open in 2015. Nick Harper in Oxford for Meridian Tonight.
Wow.
Fantastic. Well, there's nothing like a good book. But let's increase the pace now and an attempt to break the world sailing speed record.